Good morning. Today is December the 6th, and welcome to Stitching at the Barn. I am Faith Slagell, and I hope you all have had a wonderful Christmas and the beginning of a new year to 2024, and I hope things have been going well for you. And I just want to welcome you to a new year, and that things will be smooth selling, at least in the month of January for you, and things will go well for you, and you can get a lot of stitching done or crafts or whatever you do, and that you got to spend some quality family time, and that you just had a wonderful year. I had a wonderful Christmas with my family and friends, and my new year started off in the month of December. Since the last time I saw you, we decorated for Christmas, and I got to put up all my nativities, which that's a wonderful thing. And if any of you are friends with me on Facebook, you saw that I counted my nativities this year, and I had around 78, I believe was my total. But going into next year, I'm going to have a few more. I received this one since I got a count. I received this one from my friend Kate, and I love that one there. And then, of course, I got this one. It was a little jewelry box. Or, yeah, I think that's what they considered it as, a little jewelry box. So I have that one, so that'll be added to my count next year. And then my dear, dear friend Carol, I got a package from her the other day, and look what I got in it. So that will go in my count for next year, my nativities. Isn't that just precious? So those will be added to my count for next year. But anyways, I had a wonderful Christmas. My boys were at home with me, and we celebrated Christmas together, and we had a quiet New Year's. We had a couple over to be with us on New Year's Eve, but we brought in the New Year quietly and calmly, and we just pray that we have another blessed New Year. And anyways, Flosstubes, I watched a lot of Flosstubes, and in the month of December, I got this crazy idea. I thought, I typed out a list of all the Flosstubes that I have. And so I went through my YouTube thing, and I typed out every Flosstube that I am subscribed to. And I don't know how many there are on my list. But every time I watched a Flosstube in the month of December, I put the date that I watched them on, which was no big deal. But anyways, in the month of December, I watched 37 different Flosstubes. And some of them I watched more than once if they came up. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So I won't do it every month, but I want to do it again and see if I watch some different ones in the month of January. I want to try to, when I sit down and cross stitch, that's basically what I do, is watch Flosstubes. And I've been watching The Crown also, so I kind of skip back and forth between the two. I'll watch a couple Flosstubes, and then I'll watch an episode or two of The Crown. But so anyways, two of the Flosstubes that I want to mention this time is the Saltbox Stitcher Carol. I want to be just like her when I grow up. She's got such a laid-back attitude. Now, I don't want as many whips as she has. I'm just amazed at how many whips she has. I like to keep my whip count low, but she just amazes me. And I just love watching her. And the other one is Brenda and the Cereal Starter. Brenda and Laura. They're another two. I just enjoy watching them and their banter back and forth with each other and everything, and their friendship. I don't want their whip count, but I just love watching them. And they're big into doing samplers. I love looking at their samplers. I'm not a big sampler. That's not my thing, but I love looking at their samplers that they do. I love looking at them. Everybody has their own taste. And same way with Carol on the Saltbox Stitcher. They like doing their samplers, and I love looking at them. That's maybe if I got started on one. I have one. Take that back. I do have one coming up. Not a very big one, a little one. Maybe I'd fall in love with them. But anyways, those are the two that if you get a chance and you haven't ever watched them, go over and watch the Saltbox Stitcher and watch Brenda and the Cereal Starter. I think you'd enjoy them. They're very good. I just really enjoy just sitting back and watching them. So I love to share with you what I have been doing. And so let's get started. My last one was on December the 7th. And at this time of the year, everybody seems to do a whip parade. And like I said, with some people, they have 60, 70 different whips. And that's awesome. If they can handle it, that's awesome. Because I love looking at them. I love watching whip parades. But that's not me. And I'm going to give you an update of my 2023. My fully finishes. That means they've been framed or put on something. They're ready to put out on the wall. And my finishes, that they're just done. Nothing's been done with them. And then my whips. And then I'll kind of share with you what I'm doing in 2024. Okay? So first of all, my fully finishes for 2023. These are my fully finishes. And I'll start at the beginning of the year. I have 8 of them. Okay? The first one that got finished was Home Sweet Home. Now, I want to give all the credit of my finishes to a friend of mine. Her name is Beth Schweitzer. She does all my finishes for me. So I want to give her all the credit. I take no credit for it. Sometimes I'll find the piece of wood and I'll say, I'd like to have that put on this. It's as far as my creativity goes. So this one was my first one. I did this in 22. I started it in 22 and I finished it, and we fully finished it in 23. And it's got a little stand, so that's what I do is I put that up in my window. It usually stays up pretty much year-round, except at Christmas. So that's my first one. And this next one is my March Cottage. I did that one in December of 22, and then she finished it. And I'm working on getting one of these for every month. So this was my March one. And I have a board that I put these on. It's magnetized. And so we have magnets on the back of it. And I have a little thing on the back of each of my projects that tells me when I started it, when I finished it, when we fully finished it. So, but anyways, that's my March one. And we've got that fully finished. So that'll be ready. And then the next one we fully finished, or she fully finished, was this was a sal that I did, and this was started way back in 21. And back in 21, and I finished it in 22, and I finally found what I wanted to put it on. It took me a long time to find something, and so we finished it in 23. And that's all back stitch. It's called black work is what it's called, but it's all back stitch. It was cool. It was fun to do, but I don't know if I ever want to do another one. It was beautiful. It's beautiful and I love it, but I don't know if I want to do another one or not. I've done 2 of them. The next 2 is my Bats and Boos that I did. And these look like a real simple finishes, don't they? Serendipity. But what I do with these is I have a board. It's got a piece of plexiglass in it. And after January, whenever, I put this underneath the plexiglass. I lay it underneath the plexiglass, and I have it out on my counter, and that's where I put my salt and pepper and my sugar and stuff like that. So that stays up in it pretty much most of the year. And then at Halloween, this one goes underneath it. So that's what that is. I'd like to do one for another season, but I just haven't found one that I really like. So that's what I have. I have one for winter, and then I have those. And then we finished my April. So I have my April one. It's ready to go up. So I have January, February, March, April. She has May with her. And I'm working, I have August done. I think she has August and so forth. We've kind of skipped around. I'm working on October. Then I have to go back and get June and July. So hopefully we'll get them all. And here's another one. I really like this one. This one I started in 22, April of 22, and we finished it last year, and she got it framed. So happy. This one hangs above my sewing machine. We finished that in November of 23. Look at the little button. I can tell her and give ideas of what I want it to look like, but I don't do it. And then the last one was my 2023 or 2022 temperature chart. And there it is. And we got that finished finally last year. Finally found something that I liked it on. Just got like an old piece of wood and put it on there. That was my temperature chart for 22. So those are my fully finishes. Let me stack these back over here so we don't have an avalanche. Okay. So I had 8 fully finishes last year. Now, just finishes. And I've got a couple more finishes, 1 or 2 more finishes that I don't have here with me because they're with Beth. For example, the first one, let me just get a picture of it. I don't have this one with me because it's over at Beth's place. It's my John Deere. This one is finished, so I'll show it to you later. But she has it, and she will fully finish it for me. But that is a finish. So she's going to finish that one, fully finish it for me. And this next one, I've had it finished for quite a while. And I know how I want it finished. I just haven't got the piece yet. It's one with all my cross-stitching words on it. It's called Stitchography. And I know how I want it finished, and I think I know who can make me the piece of wood to do it on. I've got an idea. That's the hardest part. So, and I just saw something that's not done right there. Oh my word. I gotta go back and look at that. Wow. Huh. I gotta go back and look at that. I'm glad I caught that. And let's see, after that, you know what I just showed you my March and my April cottage. Okay, I have a May cottage, and that's over at Beth's. She's working on that one. Stitching with Friends. I'm not sure what I want to put this on yet. There's such a thing that's called a flat fold, and I'm thinking about doing that for this. So that's what I'm thinking about doing for that. So that one is a finish. So the only thing better than stitching is Stitching with Friends. So I'm thinking about doing a flat fold with that one. And then after that is my Big Hearted Tiny Town. And I know I've got the piece and everything to put this on. So I finished this in October. Okay, and I'm working on the patriotic one now. And, oh, here is my August one. So it'll be ready to go. So that one's ready to go. That's a finish. I finished that in October. And then, this is the one I'm probably most excited about. And I know how I want to finish this one too. I just have to get the right kind of wood. And I've shown this before, Oodles of a Goodles times. And I won't show it again until I get it fully finished. But it's my Country Bloomers. I guess I should start from this side. So I won't be showing this again until I get it fully finished. But I finished this at my retreat that I went to in Salt Lake City. I finished it. And I did tell you the story. I had my pattern with me. Let's see, where were we? I was at a laundromat. Yeah, and it was before the retreat. And I was working, because all I had left to do was right over in here. And I was working in this part. I'm not sure what part I was working on. And I had made a copy of it. And so I had my old copy, which was I've had for years, and it was kind of rickety, rackety. And I was at the laundromat because we were camping, and this lady was sitting beside me, and she was doing cross stitching, or you know, she did it. Oh, she just loved it. Oh, where can I get that pattern? Oh, I would love to have that pattern. And I said, well, you can find it. Sometimes you can find it. Just go to Google it and you can get it. I said, don't ask me how much it costs. I said, I've had mine for years. I have no idea. And she said, well, you wouldn't give me your old one. I said, the threads came with it. I said, so I don't know what. Oh, I'll just use whatever colors I have. And mine was just like falling to pieces. I said, here, you can have it. I said, all I've got is this little section left, and I have my copy. I said, you can have it. I said, if you can hold it together, you can have it. whatever she does with it, she does with it. I don't know, because I've had it for years. But I thought that was kind of neat that she would want it. Okay, and another finish, and I know how I want to finish this one. I want to get a shutter for this one. This is my spring ABCs. This one is all done. I finished this during the December Jingle Ball while I was online talking to friends. So I finished that one. So I want to do the 4 seasons for this one so I can switch them in and out. That's what I like to do, is when there's something that has 4 seasons or the months or something, I like to do that. So that one is done. I finished that in December. And then, oh, I do have it. This one, I know how I want to finish it too. But this one is, there's my Slagell home. Established August 4, 1984. And I'm pretty sure I know how I want to finish this one too. So that one I finished the December the 13th. So I want to get that one finished. So I think I have somebody that said they would help me do my woodwork, finish them. And then the last one I have is and this one just didn't take me very long to do, but I think I'll do this one as a flat fold also. It's called, the title of it was Christmas Tree Faith. So it's a small one. I think I'll do it as a flat fold. It's Christmas tree, and then it's got the word faith underneath there. But it didn't take very long to do it. I just thought it was really cute. So that's all of my finishes for the year, and that is 10 of them. So some people are doing 24 and 24. They're having 24 whips or 24 starts or whatever. Well, right there, you know, I've got 10 that I've done already for last year. So if I do that good next year, I've already got my 10 of them, half of them about basically. So now, put them over there. Let's do my whips. These are the things that I'm actually working on. All right, let me get a drink, please. Okay. And some of these I have a picture of, and some of these I don't, because they were just newly started or whatever the reason may be. But Stitchy Stars, I do have a picture of, and I'll insert one here. But here's a picture of it, what it will look like. And here is where I'm at. And I'm hoping I can do the spring and the fall ones also. I think they have spring, fall, winter, maybe, I don't know. But what you do is, I figured it out. Took me a while. Had to listen. You use the same pattern and you just get the different threads. So I just have to call the shop and get the different thread pack. So that's all I would do to change the color. So that is my Stitchy Stars. And these I'm going to put in their proper bags. Okay. I'm going to probably have a avalanche sometime here. Then the one I am working on right now is my October cottage. And let's see, I don't know if I have a picture or not of this one. I don't have it written down that I do. But if I do, I'll stick it in. But that's where I'm at on it right now. That's what it will look like. So basically, once I get the house done, then I just go back and repeat those 3 things. So that's the next one. And after I get this one done, I'm going to go back and do June and July. I think all I have left is June, July, and December. I think. So, all right. That's that one. And then, as I told you, I was working on, I finished up the Big Heart at Tiny Town. So now I am starting on the Patriotic Tiny Town. And sorry about my thread that I've got, but that's all I've got started on it so far, is that much. So just a little bit started. Whoa, avalanche, stay. So there's my Patriotic Tiny Town. So that's where I'm at on that one. And when I get finished with one, I just replace it with another one. And so I can just keep on going. Stay. Let's see. After Patriotic, oh, this was my new one for the month of December. So I have no picture of it because I have a start on it. And this is what it will look like. I've had this for a little while because as soon as I saw somebody else do it, I just kind of fell in love with it, knowing that we live in a barn, on a farm. I just knew it kind of had to be. So that's what it will look like. And I've got a dangling thread, but we'll just let it dangle. But I just have a little bit done. Just started up in the corner in the trees. I'm a top left starter. So that's all I've got done so far. So, but kind of excited about working on this one. So we'll see how progress goes on it. So I'll be hitting the trees is where I'm at right up here. I'm going to go, the pages is divided like you're going to do half of it. Then the next pages you do the other half. So I'm going to be doing like this half and then I'll do that half. So that's what I'll be doing. So that's how it'll work. Okay, so that was my new one for December. And then Nativity, my Nativity, and I do have a before picture of this one. And I'm quite pleased with how this has come along. I think I have everything back stitched over here in this one. That's what I worked on really hard, trying to get everything back stitched over here. I think I've got it all. I have to double check that. But then I started over here on the wise men. So that's where I'm at. Oops. Here's the picture of it. Let me show you that. So I'm right here on these two. And I'm worried about if I'm going to have room for this. If I don't, there'll be no wise men with this camel. There'll just be two. We'll see. I don't know why, but I don't know why I'm worried, but I am. So that's where I'm at on that. And as soon as I get done with this Christmas one, I'll start another Christmas one, another nativity. All right. After that nativity, I'm working on my virtuous woman. That's what it will look like when it's done. And here's a picture of it, what it was before. And I'm quite pleased with how much I got done on it. And it will be a whip go in January, so that means I'm going to work on it for 5 days. Last year I worked on it for 6. This year I'm doing 5 days. But I think since I last saw you, I think I finished. Well, I'm not quite have that one finished. But I finished this, and I've been really working hard on that. So that's where I'm at. So that's where I am on that one. I enjoy that one. So there's that one. Okay, the next one, I really like this one, but it's my hardest one to work on. Simply because of the change of colors. That's what makes it hard. But I'm really pleased with how much I got done on it this last time. And this is what it will look like. And here's a picture of where I was. And I worked this time over here on this wing. Right here is where I worked really hard. This wing over here. And I'm going to keep it folded halfway up right now. So I feel like I got quite a bit done on that wing. And there's the rest of it. So, and he will be another, this is another Whipco in January, so I'll work on it for 5 days. So that's where we are on that. Okay, and let's see, next is my praying hands. And I have a picture of where I was before on that one. And let me bend over to get this. And here's where I am. Wait. Just a minute. Hang on. Goodness sakes. Let's try it this way. It'll look better. There we go. Now, there we go. There it is. Had it upside down. It's coming along really well. I'm working on his hands is what I'm working on. So that one is coming along wonderful. That one is coming along. And then let me put this away right quick. Then, as I said, when something ends, I start another one. So, why don't I have, well, let me just show you this one. I don't have it on my calendar. For some reason, I don't have it there. But let me show you this, my temperature tree for 2023. It's not quite done, but I'm almost there. The tree part is done. I'm working on November and December leaves. It won't take me long to finish them. Because what I do is I'll take the first, like say November the 3rd, whatever that third temperature is, I'll do all of them that fit within that temperature range. I'll do all of them. And then I'll do the next temperature. So I do it quite a bit. So I should be done with this very shortly. Then to try to decide what I want to put it on. I think I'll just put it on a rough piece of wood. Mount it on a rough piece of wood, I think is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do a temperature chart this year. I just haven't found one that I really, really like. I did find one yesterday that I think would be kind of unique, but I think I'm just going to wait till next year to do it. I'm just going to take a year off and not do one this year. I've done one for 21, 22, 23. I've done one now for 4 years. Yeah, I think. 20, is that 20? 20, 21, 20, 21, 22, 23. I've done one for 4 years, yeah. 4 years. So I think I want to take 1 year off. Take a little break. Okay, anyways, now let's see. Oh, I started a new one last night. I finished my spring ABCs, so now I'm starting my summer ABCs. There's the picture, and I just started it last night. And there's where I'm at. So that's all I got done on it. I love those colors. They're really pretty. So that's what I started that last night. Then we'll continue working on my Silver Creek sampler, the Christmas one, family Christmas or Christmas list. This one here, let's see, do I have a picture of that one? I don't know if I have a picture of this one or not. If I do, I'll put it in. But that's where that is, and I don't know when the last time I worked on this one. And there's my dangling thread. But there's where I'm at. I need to cut this, is what I need to do. Thanksgiving dressing, I've got that done, and I'm working on woolen sweaters, is where I'm at. I work on everything 2 days. everything gets touched 2 days a month. And if something doesn't happen to get touched, it will get touched the beginning of the next month. So I rotate everything out to make sure. That's why I cannot handle having more than 15, 16 whips, because I want to touch everything each month. So that's my goal. Okay, then after that, this is my January start, and this should not take, it may take more than January, it may take 2 rotations, but I won this, and I can't remember, I'm thinking I won this off of the Proper Stitcher, but it's called Little Chintz Sewing Set, is what it's called. It's a little pillow, and then it's got like a little scissor fob with it. It's very, very tiny. I think it's done on, well, let me put it this way. It's not done on 14 count. I know that. Oh, I can't see what count it's done. Oh, let's see. Here it does. It's 32 Belfast linen, which is equivalent to 16 count, but still. But they give you your linen. I've got my linen. They give you all your backing. They gave you everything except your thread. They gave you thread to do the around the outside here for that part. They gave you thread for that. So I thought, how cute. I'm going to do it. So that probably won't take me real long to do. But, so that's my January new start. Now, so I'll just repeat each of those 2 days a week. Now, for the next year, I thought I would show you my, whoa, disaster. I thought I would show you my next year's planning, what I'm going to start next year, briefly. You'll get reminded of it, but I'm going to show them to you. My February start is going to be, I think I've showed this when I bought it, Party Like It's 1776. It's got a flag, and it's got all very people like George Washington, Martha Washington, John Adams, Abigail Adams. On the back here, it tells you about what each of the people, who they are, and something about them. So I want to start that in February. So that's going to be my new February start. Thought I dropped something. Maybe I didn't. Ah, yes I did. Yes I did. March. I've had this forever. Wanda, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I haven't done this. But I can't wait to do it. But everything's included to make these little cards. And you cross stitch little things on them. One of them says thank you, and one of them says happy birthday. There's your thread. Here's your little thing. There's a flower. Flowers, and then here are cupcakes. I think I'm going to do all mine as happy birthday. Is what I think I'm going to do mine all, is happy birthday. But I can't wait to do it. You got your envelopes came with it. Here's your cards. I can't wait to do it. So that's going to be my project for the month of March. And there again, I'll probably be able to finish that pretty quick, whatever. But that's my project for the month of March. Month of April. This is something new again. I got this whenever I was at the retreat in October at Salt Lake City. It's called Christmas Fawn, and it's on perforated paper. And you have your thread, you have your beads, sequins, everything's in there. I have never done this before. So that will be a challenge for me. But people tell me that once you do it once, you'll get hooked on it. So we'll see. But that's going to be my April project. So we'll see about that. May, this is going to be what I consider my first sampler ever. And I found this in a magazine. I love to look at cross-stitch magazines. And at the Etc. shop where I work, they come in all the time. And I go through them and I look. And I found this. And I have found it several times in them. So, but this is what it will look like. Be Ye Kind and True is what it's called. And so that'll be what I consider my first sampler. And it came from, let me see if there's a date, Cross Stitch Magazine, 1992. So I'm looking forward to doing it. It's not a real big, but that'll be my first sampler. So we'll see. I may get hooked. I'm doing it. But we'll see about that one. But that's going to be my new start for the month of May. Now, I had some little ones, and here comes my humdinger. I always wanted a dollhouse when I was little. Never did get one. So now I'm going to have one. I'm going to cross-stitch me a dollhouse. There it is. We'll see. It's a big one. Let's see if I can find out. Let me pull it out. There's all the colors that I need. It doesn't say. I'll have to go back and look and bring it back up on my papers and see if it tells me how big it is. But it's a big one. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, it's done on Ada. Mark 1. If I do a 14 count, oh, good gravy. Be 220 stitches wide, 192 stitches high. And they put it in centimeters. 39.91 centimeters by 34.83 centimeters. Now I have to go change that to inches. But anyways, that's what it will be. So that's going to be my start for, what I say, the month of June. Call me crazy, but I am. I'm going to start it. So, anyways, let's see. For the month of July is another small one. I won this one, or maybe I got it off of a freebie table. I don't remember. It's called Little Chick Party. Thought it'd be cute for me to have for Easter. So that's what that one's going to be like. Little Chick Party. I'll be doing that on a 16 count. Most likely. 14 and 16. That's it. I don't do those other ones. The next one, I had something written down, and I cannot find the pattern where what I was talking about. I don't know what I was talking about. I can't find it. So I changed my mind. This one my son gave to me for Christmas, so I thought, I'll just start this one. This will be another series started. I have the winter one, but I'm going to start with the spring. And it's out by the Cricket Collection. It's called Spring. And let's see. It'll be 263 stitches wide by 61 stitches high. And so they've got it on a pale yellow. Hopefully I can find something like that to put it on. So my son got that for me for Christmas. That's the easiest way to do Christmas. I just told him, I said, you go here, and I've got my wish list. Pick whatever you want to off of it. He couldn't have done anything better. But he did that, so that's going to be my August. My September, I think I got this off of a freebie table. Oh, I see what it is. It's Hello Summer. That should be a little one to do. I think I'll probably do it on a piece of black. Just like they did. Or navy. Maybe theirs is navy, because it has on the back here navy. Okay. Looks black to me. But I'm going to do that one. That's going to be my new start for the month of September. Then the next one, my sister, they have a store. Can't think of the name of the store. This is in Richmond, Kentucky. And they have things there on consignment. And she went in there and she had found these 2 cross-stitch patterns. And she bought them for me. And this is one of them. And this one is called Life is a Garden. And look how they have this Longaberger basket in front of it. I think they have that put behind it. Then they have these 3 little things stuck in it. And those come with it. So I think I'm going to try to do the whole thing. And Beth, she's a Longaberger person too, so I'm sure we can figure out something. But I think that is so cute. So that is, and all the threads and everything came with it. Everything's right there. So that is going to be my October start. So that's there. My November is this came out of a magazine again. Kitchen Sweet Kitchen. I was trying to see what year. Sometimes these that come out of the magazines are the cutest things, and it doesn't have a year on it. Doesn't have it. I can't find a year. But look at this. It's got something for each letter of the alphabet. I like that one. Kitchen Sweet Kitchen, A through Z. The heart is the home welcomes thee. The heart of the home welcomes thee. I'll get it. I like that. So that's my November start. And my December start is one I got at the retreat at Stitch West in Salt Lake City. And I'm going to do this one. This was done by Satsuma, and it's Welcome. And this is just a regular cross stitch piece. So I'm going to do that one for winter. I can put that out. I know, so that's going to be my December start. So I'll need a piece of blue thread for that. Blue material to do that one. So those are my new starts for next year. I can't wait. I don't think I'm not one to go and change a whole bunch. If I change anything, you know, I might change one, but I'm not one to go and change my whole schedule. I pretty much, when I set it, I set my things and I leave them. I pretty much leave them. I don't change a whole lot. So anyways, let's go quickly and show you, I wanted to show you this one here yet. My son, he bought that one for me, and then he went and also got this one for me. He knows I like nativities, and he got that one for me. Nativia by Crochet A Go-Go. I think that's how you say her name, but he got that one for me. I have one other small one. I don't know if I'll start that one next or this one next. But this one will get done. I promise. It will happen. All right. Let me show you my cards that I have for this time. And I do make cards and I do send cards. So I just wanted to show you another creative side of me. This one is one of my Thinking of You cards. It'd be nice for spring. It says Thinking of You. Here's one of my Easter cards, or springy. Hope there's not too much of a glare. And here's one from the heart. And I do different colors. Whatever color I feel like doing, that's what I do. And here's a Valentine's Day is coming up. You know, I know why this is in my sample box, because my word always is upside down. Yeah, that's why I left that in my sample box. Always is upside down. So I left it in my sample. Yeah, I wrote on the back, sample card only. And here's my last one. This is one of my winter cards. Family of snowmen. Are you getting snow where you are? We haven't had any. We had a few flurries one day. That was it. Nothing. So we don't get anything like that. All right. Well, I think that's all. I think I've covered everything. I thank you for spending time with me. And I hope you'll share this with somebody and tell them to hop on over and watch Stitching at the Barn. Remember, that's what, when you share it with somebody, that's what I'm called. Share it with your friends. And I hope that you stay around for my reading today. And if not, I hope you have a wonderful day, all day long, and a good January. And share my Flosstube with your friends and tell them to come on over and have a look and see what I've been up to. But here we go. Our reading for today is called A Positive Influence. Jesus, thank you for your perfect example of how to live in the light. Your goodness inspires me to be a positive influence in my home and community. Sometimes I forget this and behave in ways that don't reflect your beauty and brilliance. And I'm sorry for that. Help me to remember to keep my lamp on a stand and burning brightly, and encourage others to do the same. Let me live in a way that draws others to you. Let them see me and hear me and know that I am yours. Let my life bring you glory. How will you let your light shine today? Again, thank you for being with me. And you have a wonderful January. My goal is to be back in 3 weeks. I make no promises, but I would really like to try to do that. And you just stay cool and keep on stitching. Bye, friends.